Welcome to today's Pray. Today is a new day. Today is not yesterday, and it also is not tomorrow. Today's a great day because we're coming at you peacefully. Because I may have discovered a new technique for anxiety prevention and stress relief. And I would like... So everyone needs to get into a less anxious headspace. Get into a state of mind to where you can listen to my story of the day, where I can explain to you how my stress level was at an all-time high in my entire life, and how once I did this technique, I felt amazing. Listen to me. This actually happened to me today.
Okay.
So I know in our podcast, we don't normally like to talk about taking shits and coming. We try to, we always touch on that stuff a little bit.
We keep it clean, baby.
We try not to talk about taking shits, dicks, coming, vaginas, buttholes, pubic hair. We try to not talk about all that stuff.
Nothing in the land down under.
But listen to me. Today I had a crazy experience that made all my anxiety and anxious feelings dissipate. I woke up today and I left the house before you. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I came back. Came back today. Have you ever taken a cold plunge? Mm-hmm. So whenever you get in the cold plunge, what makes it such a good anxious-y feeling reliever is because you jump into something that's really hard to get into, and it's really fucking hard to do, and it hurts, and then you kind of control it, and then when you get out, you're like laughing. You're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just did that. That was so crazy.
I'm like loony.
I'm loony because I'm kind of laughing because I just jumped into ice cold water, but now I feel a little better. Mm-hmm. It's because you put your body in such a high stress,
right,
that getting out of it, you kind of get a little bit of a reward. Your chemicals are trying to kick back all the bad chemicals you were feeling. So
This is science.
This is science. It's science, I promise, dude.
You're my best friend.
So I left the house today before you, went and did some tax shit, went to the bank. As I'm at the bank, I'm with the teller, and I'm farting like crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, oh, crap, I have to take a shit.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get too deep into the shit. I don't want to talk about the shit too much, but I have to go to the bathroom so bad.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting at the bank for her to, finish handling all my money.
Because there's a lot.
I'm farting. She's behind the counter, and I'm farting, and it smells. I know she can smell it. So I leave.
Oh, you're in the bank.
I'm in the bank.
You're not driving through.
No, I just go in. I like going in.
Yeah, I want them to see how much money I have compared to what I look like.
Dude, today was I want you to listen to me. I am a grown man. I've shit myself before. We've talked about it on the podcast. You've shit yourself before, too.
Quarterly.
I'm a grown man. I have done this. Today was the closest I have ever been to almost shitting myself. So what that means is I prevented myself from doing it so hard and clenching so much that it was the closest I had ever been to almost exploding in my pants.
Now, okay.
So I am driving home from the bank and it starts hitting me. And
you're not in there though, right?
No.
It hit you as soon as you got out
I left
of
the bank and it's like, dude, you have to shit. You got to shit now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I got to go home. So even though I left before you, I went back to the house.
Yeah.
And I'm driving, I'm hitting every stoplight. And I look like a crackhead in the car because I'm like moving my hands like crazy, trying to just do anything I can to not think about going to the bathroom in my jeans. I'm going crazy. And I'm thinking in my head, I had to take my hat off. I had to turn the cold air on. I was dying in there, dude. Dying. And I am all I can think about is I almost couldn't drive. Because I'm driving and like I have to go so bad. I'm clenching so hard. There's people that have to turn to go to wherever they're going. They're taking forever. I could have exploded out of anger. Get to another stoplight. I'm going to die. I finally get to like our house, drive into our driveway, and I don't even turn my car off. I put it in park, and I'm running, and I go into our house and explode. I'm not going to go into detail of that. And I get done. Okay, I get done doing my shit. And I walk out of the house and I get in my car, and it honestly was the exact same feelings as me doing a cold plunge. I'm like smiling, I'm laughing, I feel good. It really put my world into perspective. Yeah. So my advice for our listeners is, if you want some stress relief or anxiety prevention, is to almost shit yourself today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No wonder I'm never anxious. Because I'm like 99% of the time, I'm almost going to shit myself.
Today.
All day, every day.
Today. Like that's the tool, is almost shitting yourself today.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that you did that. Why have you never told me?
I just thought that's how everyone lived.
You've been living like this your whole life?
Anxiety free.
And all it takes is just not shitting yourself today. Almost not shitting yourself today.
Well, that's the thing. As soon as you do, but if you do shit yourself, anxiety conquered you.
Whoa.
So it's not the problem of your sphincter letting the poop out of your butt. It's that you let anxiety take you over, and the sphincter let the poop out of your butt.
It's a fine line to play with anxiety and stress, because if you make it to the toilet, your anxiety will be gone.
Yeah.
But if you don't make it, it adds extra anxiety to your day.
Yeah.
And extra embarrassing feelings, and also a mess to clean up.
Yeah, so like think of there's a line in the middle, right? And to this side of me is anxiety. To this side of me is living a normal day. And as you get closer to the line of anxiety, the line has a one-sided sphincter.
Okay.
Right? And so if you are getting ready to go into a cold plunge, you go, oh my gosh, I just gotta do it. And you get in.
Yeah.
And your sphincter is closed and it's tight. And you get through and you do the cold plunge, and then you get at the other end and you release. And on the other side, there's no anxiety anymore. It's like you were heading towards anxiety and then you surpassed it.
Yeah.
Right? But with shit, it's the same thing, but it's real shit. And it goes towards the line of anxiety, and your sphincter is the only thing in the way between you and shitting yourself. And you have to close that sphincter. And if you don't, in time, you will shit yourself, and you will have nothing but anxiety for the rest of the day. You have to clean your shorts. You have to clean your pants. But if you do close it in time, and then you do release it in the toilet, no anxiety, and you have, I mean,
You my best friend.
It's genius. I think I know that we kind of talk on the crap talk, and we touch on it and we exit. But I think this is one of our most beneficial and educational podcasts we've ever had.
Yeah.
It's a stress and anxiety relief podcast.
Yeah. And so what we've really learned is that there's always a sphincter before you have anxious thoughts. You know, there's a sphincter between you, your normal life, and anxiety. And if you can learn to control that sphincter between your normal life and whatever you're afraid of, then you won't live an anxious life.
Yeah.
So if your sphincter is you talking to a therapist, if your sphincter is taking your medication to help, if your sphincter is doing something brave, like going into a cold plunge or other things,
find your sphincter.
If
whatever your sphincter is for stress relief, find it and abuse it. Refuse to make yourself stressed out. Use your sphincter as much as you can. Your sphincter is your key to a stress-free life.
Use your sphincter.
Don't be afraid to use it. I said abuse your sphincter. I mean, use it so much that you are absolutely refusing to be stressed out.
Refuse to be stressed out and abuse your sphincter.
Treat your
Almost bruise your sphincter.
Treat your sphincter like it's a dirt bike and just ride, zip, and whip all through the freaking ruts and do a wheelie on it.
Use a sphincter like an unplanned child.
Yeah, and you have to just deal with it and raise it until it turns 18, and you can just abandon it. Right?
Almost.
Okay, correct me.
Beat that sphincter.
Beat the shit out of it. Beat the hell out of that thing. Use it. A lot of times people say use it, don't abuse it. This anxiety relief tool, you need to abuse it.
Yeah. Baby mama that sphincter.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck that sphincter. All night long.
Maybe. Okay.
Okay.
Think about that for a second.
Okay, hit me with it.
So, you think your sphincter is a one-sided thing that it holds something in to then eventually release on command. But your
What?
sphincter butt.
Oh.
What if you were to force your sphincter to intake joy? How do we do that? How do we force ourselves to not have anxiety but only have joy by penetrating our sphincter?
I think a lot of people have this figured out, but it was a good concept for us to talk on here, but dude, we got to remember, we're not trained scientists.
True.
And we're not trained
psychoanalysts. I'm not a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
But I feel like what
We're on the brink of something.
the hard truth of penetrating your sphincter is love.
And that's the truth.
Amen,
brother.
The hard dick of love.
I love it. I love it here. Love hearing you say love, my brother. I love it. It's love, man. I love to hear that love.
You my best friend.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
On God.
Okay. I think let's go ahead and insert our new segment right here. Bing. I think it's time for the part of the show where we do a little improvisational rapping. If you've watched,
yeah.
I think if you've watched the show before, I think maybe you'll know what's going on.
I think
We're about to reach into the hat of inspiration is what we're calling it.
the hat of inspiration.
Inside the hat of inspiration, there are slips of paper that have words on them.
Inspiration. Asian.
We draw from the hat, each of us, and then we do a freestyle rap song to the topics that we choose. And do you want to pick first today, my friend?
I want you to pick first.
Okay. I'm gonna stir it up with my hand. Bomb, 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 bomb.
Stir it up.
Tell me when to pick. Tell me when to pick.
Now.
Cool. You want to read it? Or
Yes.
Okay. The first one I got is machete.
I hope I get spaghetti.
That'll be an easy rap.
One just flew out as soon as I pulled this thing out. It's
Okay.
destined.
Okay. Pick it up. Pick it up,
I
bro.
pulled the string out and it flipped out.
Pick it up, bro. Damn it. Read it. Read it to me.
So you have machete
Yeah.
and I have sticky penis.
So we have to make an improvisational rap about a machete and a sticky penis? Let me see it. Wow. I really wrote down sticky penis and put it in there.
I like how you put the I above the N as well. It's like you went P-E-N-I-S. It's like sticky P-E-N-I-S.
My handwriting's
And the
atrocious.
S is lower too. It's like, oh.
Sometimes I must have got excited when I was writing that.
Maybe you were, like while you're getting the beat ready, maybe you were like starting an orchestra because they go like this. They go,
Yeah.
and you were just on the one beat
I think
when you hit the I.
I think that's exactly what happened. Let's do it.
Oh, shoot.
Yo. Machete raps. Sticky penis raps. Machete raps. Sticky penis raps.
I got a sticky penis, whoa. I got a sticky penis, whoa. I got a sticky penis, whoa. I got a sticky, a sticky, a sticky. I got a sticky, a penis, whoa. I got a sticky, a penis, whoa. I got a sticky penis, whoa. Sticky, a sticky, a sticky. Oh, yeah, I got money. Yeah, I got dicks. Yeah, I got a couple of girls with tits. Yeah, I got everything you ever wish. Yeah, I wanna touch all of the girls' tits. Ooh, 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 ooh. I want to cut them off. Give me my motherfucking machete and I'm ready to cut them off. Oh, cut off a tit.
Cut off a tit.
Then I get an erection. Cut off a tit.
Cut off a tit.
You are mortally wounded. I want it. I want it. I want to put them on my wall. I want to touch you. I want to rub you. I want to slap you with my balls.
I was playing with super glue. Ow, ow, ow. And I accidentally spilled it on my ding-a-ling. 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 Oh shit, my hand's glued to my ding-a-ling. I rip it off and it sting. Oh shit, what a thing. What's that red stuff coming out? Oh my gosh, I think it's blood now. I think it's blood.
Blood.
I think it's blood coming out of my wood. Now I got a sticky penis.
I got a sticky penis.
And I got a sticky penis.
I got a sticky penis.
And I got a sticky penis.
I got a sticky penis.
And I got a sticky penis. And listen
Sticky,
to me rap.
sticky.
Listen to me rap about
Sticky.
my sticky penis. I don't know what it's
Sticky.
about to do. I think it's going to explode with cum and blood too.
Blood on my dick.
Blood on my dick.
And erection.
It's so sticky.
Oh, sticky penis.
It's like
Sticky
motherfucking
penis.
honey.
Honey on my dick.
Honey on my dick.
Honey on my dick.
Honey on my dick.
And I'm looking around and I say, I am hunting for a dick. Who have I mine and I won't jerk it off. Yeah, I'll jerk mine, jerking it off. Jerking it around, jerking it up, jerking it down. I have a frown. Yeah, I got a sticky penis.
Yeah.
I got a sticky penis.
Yeah.
I need to go to the gas station, but I got a sticky penis.
I was playing at the store, opened up a box of candy, and I said I wanted more. Then they said, we are out of candy, dude. You need to go home. So I got the maple syrup and I poured it on my bone. Now I got a sticky penis.
Got a sticky penis.
I got a sticky penis
I
again.
got a sticky penis.
I got a sticky penis.
Sticky penis.
So much sticky, I might grin. Now I got a sticky penis. I got a sticky penis. What am I gonna do to get off? I don't know. Get the machete and I cut my dick until it gets soft.
Sticky penis. You got candy. I got honey. Because sticky penis is funny. It's not funny. It's a motherfucking problem.
It's a problem.
Oh, sticky penis, and I gotta solve it.
Damn, man.
We're good.
That was a silly one. That was a silly rap. That was a silly rap from you and me.
Yabba-da-booba-da.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to hit them with that every single time we do a podcast.
Oh, yeah.
If you're listening right now, go ahead and shoot us a message. Tell us if you like our new segment or not. If you have any requests, we'll make a song about anything.
Give us a word.
Yeah, give us a word. We'll throw it into the hat of inspiration. Show them the hat of inspiration over there. Shake that thing around a little bit. That thing is nice. And if you're just listening in your car, sorry, bro, you're not going to be able to see the hat of inspiration. And maybe
Sorry, you're not subscribed.
maybe while you're driving, pull it up on YouTube and watch it while you're driving.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that itself will be your sphincter of driving, is maybe you're afraid to look down at your phone because you're afraid to kill someone, but maybe you need to surpass that fear and just fucking do it.
Maybe.
Or don't do that because, you know, people die by cars every day. We probably shouldn't wish someone to die on the other end.
Yeah, let's not use today's prayer to wish death. Deal?
Hey, deal. Because honestly, no today's pray wishing death.
Nope, not at all. Dude, how was your day? What happened? Anything crazy happened today?
I woke up. I started early. I started at 11:30. Donated some hair. Our friend donated his hair. because he had long hair, so we donated it. Then I cut hair all day long. Saw my girlfriend. She stopped by. I fake yelled at her because she was in the shop and she was like getting ready to leave. And I was like, I love you. Now get the fuck out. Because I was just joking. I don't know if she took it as a joke. You know what I mean?
She took it as a joke.
She did, because if she was actually mad, she would have like not said she loved me back. She would just walked out.
Yeah.
Because, you know, not even her being spiteful, but I think women in general do that more often than guys.
Maybe.
Guys don't go, I don't love him right now. But she didn't do that. She was just joking. She was just being silly. And then I worked until about 10 o'clock cutting my friend Ryan's beard. He looks very handsome.
Nice. Very nice.
Somebody hit him up. He's ready to fuck.
Our friend Ryan is single if you want to hit him up. You know what I'm talking about.
You know what he's saying. And then our friend Beef, Ethan Hayes, who has his title fight this week, but this episode comes out a couple of days after his title fight. You know what? Congratulations.
Congratulations, bro. We're happy that you whipped fucking ass.
This will age well.
Oh, yeah. This is gonna age great.
So, but he has his title fight. I cut his hair. He did look pretty light, but that's the name of the game. That's the name of the game, is lose that weight before you got to cut that weight before you weigh in. And that was a good pick-me-up, even though I am extremely tired. That was a great pick-me-up. I really enjoyed everybody coming. Yeah. Mitch stopped by, which is awesome. I mean, you guys did a freestyle together talking about righteousness.
Yeah, me and Mitch freestyled. It was great.
Yeah,
I might put a little clip of that in here so everybody can hear Mitch's rap skills.
Maybe.
So it sounds like a long day, but it sounds like a good day for you.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I mean, what time is it now? As of now, it is 11:24 p.m. and we're doing a podcast on a Wednesday. I'm enjoying life, honestly.
You know what?
There's so many worse ways to be tired. You know what I mean? You could be tired of doing a job you dislike, and at least I get to do like a I don't want to be cliche about it, but it's like a labor of love. At least I enjoy doing the thing I do, and I'm tired because of it, instead of something that I dislike. Absolutely. And then I got to go home and then, drink a couple Coors Lights and beat my wife. Yeah. At least I don't have to do that. I can be a decent human being and say thank you to my girlfriend who cooks all my meals and brings them to me.
Yeah. It is pretty wonderful. I was thinking that today when I was here too.
Yeah.
Because, Wednesday's your long day, and today was extra long for you because you had extra haircuts to do. But Wednesday's my long day too, just from doing the podcast, because I normally get up and draw in the morning, go to the tat shop, tattoo all day, and then I come here. And I was literally here watching you do haircuts as I'm setting up for the podcast, and like our buddy Ryan was here and Beef was here, and you were cutting their hair. We were all just hanging out. I'm like, I'm pretty tired too. But this is a pretty good blessing to have. Like, I would rather be tired and setting up and just like my boys be hanging out around, and then it's like I'm tired, but it's not like I don't want to be anywhere else. Like, this is where I want to be, which is a pretty big blessing to have.
Yeah,
we're pretty blessed, bro. We're pretty blessed to be us.
Yeah. Hell yeah. We just, during this podcast, we figured out how to cure our anxiety and the sphincter. We learned
the metaphorical sphincter.
Metaphorical and also the physical sphincter in some cases.
Yes.
And, we learned about that. We learned that we're very lucky to be in the positions we are because we put ourselves in that position to enjoy our lives. Even though we're tired, we're still enjoying our day.
See, now we're getting a little cocky. Now we're getting a little cocky, bro. Now we're sounding
But we did, though.
It's the truth. But
we're not being cocky.
Bro, come on. Listen, bro.
Cocky.
I'm cocky with getting in an argument with you right now. I'm all boned up over here. If you want to call that cocky, I got an erection.
Trust me, I know. Every time you start yelling, I know it's actually the voice of your dick yelling because you always get hard.
But no, I know what you're saying, bro.
Yeah,
it's a voice of my dick.
I sounded cocky one time during a Thanksgiving dinner.
What happened?
My girlfriend's father randomly, I learned that he never does this except for when I'm there. During a Thanksgiving dinner, he said, "Hey, let's go around the table and tell everybody what we're thankful for." And I said, besides the obvious, and I looked to the side at my girlfriend, looked her in the eye, and then turned back and I said, "I'm just happy that I can work a job I like and not have any worries about finances or blah, 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 blah." And then I realized, oh, that's just me saying, I have lots of money. I'm a dickhead.
No,
Which isn't true, but in someone else's mind, when you say, I'm happy to not have to worry about money or this or this or this,
yeah.
It's just saying like, oh, he's just trying to prove that he's better in some cases.
Yeah.
And it's like,
but
I overcame all these struggles and look at how I came out. I'm better than everyone else.
Bro, here's how the thing is. Here's how life is. You saying that, you are just being honest. You were saying what you were honestly grateful about.
Yeah.
And there's nothing to be, there's no regrets there. If you're being honest and true, what you're saying, just say it and it's fine. It's not up to them, how they interpret what you're saying. If it's honest and true, that's on them, dog. So if he went, this guy's being a cocky motherfucking asshole, and he's also kissing my daughter, and now I don't like him very much. That's on him, man. And I don't think he's saying that. I was just being Jake. I was just being Jake, being silly.
Hi, I'm Jake.
And I'm silly.
And he's silly.
But yeah. So if whatever you have to say is true to yours, I'm not saying true as a fact. I'm saying if it's true to Poppy, yeah. It doesn't matter how people interpret it because it's true to you.
Correct!
Bow, 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 bow. Just a white guy spitting on a podcast, man. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just a white guy spitting on a podcast.
So your day was just a bunch of shit to start off.
Correct.
And how did it end?
Correct!
So all day, I was actually kind of stressed about my day because my client, Brooke, who is a guy, coolest guy, awesomest guy ever. He
like the trout.
Yeah, exactly like that.
He's cool like a trout.
He's very cool. He has a tattoo of a Komodo dragon eating a lamb on his lower back. Very cool guy.
Like lower back?
Champ stamp.
Yeah.
He's badass.
If someone calls it a champ stamp,
I call it
sign me up.
He doesn't call it that. I call it that.
I call it that. My uncle has a champ stamp.
Very
that
cool.
Matches his wife's tramp stamp.
Interesting.
But hey, the way of the champion.
Yep. So I was kind of stressed out because I had to tattoo the back of Brooke's head today. And in my booth, because I have a tiny booth at the tattoo shop, it's very difficult for me to tattoo those areas, like the top of somebody's head and the back of somebody's head. It's very hard for me. But we figured it out, and it ended up being a very productive, smooth day once I got past all my shitty morning. Yeah, me and Brooke had a blast. Brooke's actually the first person who has tipped me with a video game. He got me a video game one time, which was and it's one of my favorite video games ever. You got me the first one. You got me The Last of Us, which is the video game, which is now a TV show. And Brooke actually bought me The Last of Us 2 for one of our tattoo sessions.
That's funny. I never bought you that game.
I know, yeah. But you gave it to me.
I did give it to you, but it's because my brother got me The Last of Us, and then my sister also got me The Last of Us in the same year at Christmas.
How did they both know to get it for you?
Well, Amazon wish list.
What made you want that game?
I saw it online that it was like supposed to be awesome, so I just asked for it because I had just gotten a PS4 right before that.
Yeah.
So that was like one of the first games I ever played. And it was definitely the first game I ever played all the way through. And I played it all the way through in 17 hours.
I remember that. Your eyes were like bloodshot.
Yeah. It was so sick. Like, I haven't found meaning since. I tried everything. I've tried ever since that game. I've tried porn. I've tried addiction. Of different substances. I've tried, and all I know to do besides playing that video game, you can't play it twice because then it's worth nothing to you at the end because you already know the ending. So now I just work really hard.
You need to just play the second game.
Okay, listen. I had someone ruin the second game for me today because I asked about it because I knew I wouldn't have the patience to do it.
Okay, spoiler alert. If you're about to play the second game, we're going to be talking about the second game. So if you don't want to know what the second game is, don't listen to the rest of our podcast. We'll see you next week. Anyway, what did he say about the second game?
He said basically Ellie eventually found them. Like, it was like a whole... Found the Abby girl and whoever was with her in the middle of nowhere. She was about to kill her and then didn't. And then went back and lived her life. And it was like a whole life lesson.
Yeah, and that's fine, but it's still open-ended to where they can make more. And also there's so much cool shit that happens in between there.
Oh, I know. And I played half of it. So I know it's good. I just got tired of, like, actually... I wasn't tired of the story. I'm never going to be tired of that. I love that whole thing. Like, I love The Last of Us. I love the fact that it's a freaking fungi. That's, like, my favorite thing. Like, I truly love that. But I got tired of actually playing it. Like, it was a little repetitive. Not because all video games are repetitive. I just got tired myself of playing the game.
I think since you're taking a break, you need to jump back on.
And, well, it's on my PS4, so I'd have to jump back on my PS4 and play it because it's saved there. And I would, and I'm not afraid to do that.
You're not afraid?
I'm not afraid.
Good.
I definitely enjoyed it. It was a little harder than the first one, for me. You go against a lot more people in the second one, and it's a little harder.
Yeah, the people in those games, the people are harder to kill than the zombies.
Yeah, right. Now, not the clickers are pretty hard sometimes when there's a lot of them. And the spores sometimes, like, some of the spore levels are hard.
I hate sniffing spores, bro.
Yeah. What if there was like a group of guys in The Last of Us, like, down the line, like how in The Walking Dead, when there's like the people that act like the dead or whatever. What if there were people that, like, okay, it kind of doesn't line up as well as I wanted it to, but, like, what if there were dudes that, like, were kind of immune to it and they snorted spores and got high?
Ooh, that might be a thing down the road, bro.
Yeah, like they're like immune, like the immunes. And they, like, snort spores, and it's like they get high over it. Like, kind of like doing, what's it called? When you freaking inhale air duster whippets. It's like mushroom whippets.
I don't know if that's the same thing, but
I know. I'm saying, like, they do it that way because they're immune. So it's not like they're just
up.
Yeah, they're just getting fucked up for a second.
They're like the party immune guys.
Yeah,
those are the guys that need to cut their head off to get the vaccine or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are the wastes of life.
Yeah, did you like the end of, like, how they pretty much? I mean, they definitely copied it. It's about a video game, but did you like how they did the first season?
Yeah, I thought it was great. I think the last episode wasn't as dramatic as it is in the video game, but I think the episode before that was incredible.
Well, I think there's a lot more buildup when you add more time.
Yeah.
So, like, each mission was more intense than, like, on TV. And, like, you had all the seasons, like the Earth seasons, and it ends in spring or whatever.
Yeah.
They, like, did the same giraffe scene and all that stuff.
The word on the street is that the second season of The Last of Us, the second game of The Last of Us, they are going to make it multiple seasons.
You would hope, because it's longer.
It's a longer game, and also there's like so much more. There's so much more characters and shit that goes on. So yeah, they definitely need to make it more than one season.
You know what part they should have put in the show?
What?
There's a part in the first game where you go to a school and you're like, la-di-da-di-da, I'm going to a school, and you go around a bus, and then there's all these freaking infected everywhere, and you're like, fuck, I'm about to get fucked up, and you're running away, and you're Joel or whatever, and then there's a freaking snare, and you get snared and flipped upside down in this garage or whatever. Do you know what I'm talking about? And then you're having to kill these zombies, the freaking infected, upside down with a pistol. That should have been in the show. That was fucking sick. Yeah. And that right there is like the best part of the game, especially early on.
That first game is incredible. I always tell anybody that talks about this, and I'm guilty of doing this because you've told me this multiple times. I'm bad about overselling things. Like, if I love something, I really do love it with all my heart. And I always tell everybody, The Last of Us is my favorite story. You know, the game is my favorite story of any book I've ever read. I can't speak. Of any movie I've ever watched, of any TV show I've ever watched. The Last of Us is my favorite story. That's it. It's my favorite story.
Yeah.
1 and 2. I love it. I think they did an incredible job with it. It's progressive. It's action-packed. It's fucked up. Love it, dude.
Yeah. You know, and there's other stuff that I think they could have done. Like, there's stuff they could have done a little bit more. I think they just kind of rushed it a little bit. I'm not saying I hated it at all. But the season, like, they could have, like, incorporated all the cool fucking weapons that you make in it, too. Like, you know, like putting freaking a pair of scissors on the end of a baseball bat and hitting a fucking clicker with it.
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of stuff is the kind of stuff that sells the shows. It's like someone thought of that, and then those are like the Easter eggs of the old stuff that everybody loved. Everybody loved doing that, and everybody loved throwing those fucking nail grenades and
it's
all
like
that shit.
Yeah.
And like in a freaking Bush Beans can, a nail grenade and stuff like that. Yeah. So I thought, like, there's a couple of things they could have done. I know the nail grenade is a little unrealistic when you're talking about this kind of stuff, but like, especially the baseball bat.
Where's the nail grenades? Come on.
Where's the freaking baseball bat with the scissors on the end? That's the coolest shit.
I don't know. I know, bro. I never thought of that till right now, but you're right. You're absolutely right.
They could have at least done one. There was only one episode with clickers in it.
Yeah. That's okay, though.
Well, also, I do understand the game is a little redundant with, you know, the levels have to have like clickers and regular stuff and the bloaters and the spores and all that. So I understand that you're not going to get as many of those things because they're making the levels harder. So in the show, they can't just like have it all over the place.
Right.
It's unrealistic then. Then it's too much.
They'll bring more zombies in on the next round, next season.
I just hope they use the freaking, like, somebody's got to get killed. Some zombies got to get killed with an arrow. And they mentioned that Ellie couldn't swim, but he never once Joel never once had to look around and find a pallet to get her across the river.
I know it.
That's the worst part of that game, is finding pallets to make sure she can get across rivers and like you swim her across.
But they did do the thing where use the ladder.
Yeah.
You know, like they did do that, which I thought was pretty funny.
Yeah. But more pallets.
Yeah. I love the episode. My favorite episode was with the episode with the cannibals. And then like the creeper priest who like wanted to make Ellie his like wife. Like they did a great job with that. Like I said, if you're still listening to the podcast and you haven't watched the show or played the game, these were spoilers. I gave you a warning. Sorry, motherfucker.
Yeah, we did warn you. Yeah. Like it was a thing that we warned you about.
Yeah. So,
but there's also other spoilers on the internet by now. So like if you didn't want to hear it, why did you get on the STI podcast? Because we got fucking spoilers.
Sorry, motherfucker.
Sorry, this is Tokyo Drift, motherfucker.
Yeah, in Tokyo Drift, guess what? Bow Wow has a Hulk car. Another spoiler for you, motherfucker. And I'm in Tokyo. And I'm in Tokyo. And you see me and you have to go. Fast and Furious. Go. Fast and Furious. Go. Do you have any announcements you want to say for the podcast today, bro?
No, I'm excited to watch Ethan Hayes fight. But by now he has already fought. I'm excited to get my damn hair cut. I'm excited. Here we go.
Very excited for
the weekend. Here we go.
We got a crazy weekend. By the way,
happy Monday, everybody.
Are we are we getting green beer at Mario's on Friday?
Yeah.
Me, you, and Kelly and Sequoia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Well, happy St. Patty's Day. We'll see everybody next week. Thank you for listening, and we will catch everybody on the flip side.
I'm a motherfucker. You a motherfucker. We all motherfuckers. We got motherfuckers. This is a motherfucking podcast. It's a motherfucking podcast. Oh, it's a motherfucking podcast. You a motherfucker. I'm a motherfucker. He a motherfucker. We a motherfucker. Everybody motherfucker.